How's it going, y'all? Back again. This time, it's a little bit of a celebration and also practice, if you will, of mostly rendering in terms of I don't usually spend so long when it comes down to the render in comparison to most artists, at least artists that I follow. Like in the back of my mind, I try to reach a nice middle ground before I feel like I'll ruin it, especially when it comes to the face or at least the body. Like the one of the problems I have when it comes down to render is the face in particular. Like it be the noses that get me. Like I often struggle with like faces, same face syndrome, whatever you want to call it. And every so often, a few of my pieces, they just start to blend together no matter how different the characters may be. So with this one in particular, I wanted to challenge myself, considering this is my main OC. If you haven't been here before, this is my OC, Celeste. She's like a space bounty hunter vampire. I know it's a mouthful, but you can go down the playlist and see for yourself what she's all about. But that's the long and the short of it, if you will. Recently, I hit a milestone on Instagram, whereas I finally reached 1K after who knows how many years I've been on the platform. At least here on YouTube, I've been growing as well. I'm more than like halfway to 3K. I'm at the time I record is probably like, let's see, a little over 2,600 subscribers. I don't know what it is, what video done blew up or however, but that wasn't the same number it was last week or the week before that. But you won't catch me complaining. Thank you all for watching. You must like something I do. Must be doing something right at least. That's what I'm choosing to take away from this. And as we're nearing the end of June and coming into July, it's that time of year where art fight takes precedence, at least among the artist community. And I've been going back and forth if I wanted to participate this year or not, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to give it a chance. Practicing drawing others' characters. I remember when I did it last year, it was more so an experiment to see how far I could push myself, and more so practice drawing environments in different settings. Most of the ones I did in the previous year, it was mostly fantasy based. I want to go after characters that are a little more sci-fi, outer space, nothing too realistic, but more so something otherworldly, if that makes sense. Something more along the lines of the story I'm telling with my characters. And if you see this piece, at least towards the end of the render, it didn't dawn on me until after, because I've already designed this outfit of Celeste. This is like her little main outfit. Of course, I put her in other outfits. It's not like one of those serialized TV shows where they only have one thing throughout the whole series. But it dawned on me like a few hours after. I'm like, this feels familiar. And then it was one of my influences growing up where I'm like, oh my God, she has the same color palette fit as Vegeta, with the, like, you can see it, at least with the boots, the sprinkles of gold there. Every so often most of his outfits are in blue, but in Super, it was like a dark gray. And I didn't even realize that when I was designing it. It was just a subconscious thing, because Vegeta is my favorite character in Dragon Ball. Goku's cool, but something about Vegeta just hits different. When it comes down to personalities, I wouldn't say, I mean, the most they got in common is probably the cockiness. Like, Celeste does have her moments of insecurities, as does all characters. But when she feels, or at least in her mind knows, she's better than you, and you try to step to her, that's when the Vegeta comes out. And you know how he gets, at least if you've seen the show, or even clips here and there, particularly the Team 4-star dub, which, if you haven't checked it out, I suggest you do, because it's just one of those things where it's on par with the show for me. Obviously, watch the official release, but when you get a chance, look it up. Do yourself that treat. I think by the time I finished this piece, it capped out at around 5-ish hours in the sketches. The time-lapse you'll see in the end. I did include her drone, but I decided against it. Maybe in the next piece, but it's just some things about the character you just choose to highlight then and there, and I didn't really feel like rendering that at the moment. Sometimes I get lazy. That's just part of being human, and that's part of my process, that push and pull. But if you're from my Instagram audience or new subscribers in general, just want to say thank you all for tuning in. I promise to be ever so more unhinged the more art I make. Other than that, just keep watching. It's going to be a show. I can guarantee you that. As for what I do next, who knows? I don't even know. But as long as these hands work, the art will keep coming. Until then, stay rotten.